Good evening. After 7 months, more than 230 witnesses and thousands of pages of documents, the inquiry into Nova Scotia's mass shooting is in its final week of public hearings. This was one of the last days for victims' families to make their arguments or recommendations. Heidi Petracek is covering the inquiry for us.
Because this is our life.
After what has been 7 months of frustration, Nick Beaton pushes on.
Still see lots of Scotia Strong stickers out there. People see you. Encouragement. Just keep swimming.
Attending the final days of the public inquiry he and other families fought so hard for after facing a process many families feel was yet another battle.
I feel there's a lot more they could have done, absolutely.
For many, faith in this process is dwindling, if not lost.
Often coming up against key witnesses they couldn't directly question, redactions in government documents, potential witnesses left uncalled. Lawyers point to the many decisions made under the inquiry's trauma-informed mandate.
We can't help but wonder if that trauma-informed mandate was perhaps implemented in action the way it should have been because of the trauma inflicted on those very people who are the reason we are here.
Today, a final chance for those lawyers to reinforce the problems and shortcomings revealed in evidence around the RCMP's response during and after the April 2020 tragedy, and in what police knew after complaints about Gabriel Wortman were made years earlier.
In each of these incidents, we have clear information that the perpetrator was possibly violent and possibly in possession of firearms reported to police.
So much for the three commissioners to consider in the coming months as families continue to pick up the pieces.
I don't want to be here. None of us want to be here. I'd rather be spending my time in Truro with my family, hearing about Emily's job as a welder. That's what she wanted to do.
The Commission's final report expected next March, one families have expectations for.
A comprehensive report that truly, no holds barred, identifies where the weaknesses were, where things went wrong, and is very clear and express about how to fix those problems.
Preventing similar tragedy, what many are hoping for now. Lawyers representing families all shared recommendations they'd like to see, including the formation of a federal provincial committee that would ensure that any recommendations made in the end are actually carried out and followed through on. And that committee would report back both to the families affected and to the public. Todd.
CTV's Heidi Petracek covering the proceedings for us from Truro this evening.